How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today guys, we're going to be doing a top 5 on Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and we're going to be counting down top 5 must-have new Alola forms in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now, if you don't know what Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are, they are basically the new iterations of Pokemon Sun and Moon. They are going to be alternative stories to the original games, and they're going to be released sometime in November or 17th of November as far as I know, and basically they were revealed just the other day during the Pokemon Direct. And what I want to do today is count down some potential new Alola forms we could get in these games. The reason for this is because in the actual reveal, they mentioned that we're going to be seeing Pokemon we've never seen before, or Pokemon that are going to be coming that we know of them, but they're going to be essentially different is how I understood it. So I thought maybe they'll be adding in new Alola forms. Now this is not 100% guaranteed. This is all just speculation and for fun, lads, so please be aware of that and do not take any of this as actual proof or evidence. This is just gonna be fan art showcases, so I hope you guys are fine with that. And also do make sure to check out the designers down below. But this is gonna be part 1. Part 2 will be out tomorrow of this top 5 video. Either way, let's get right into number 5. Number 5. Now, coming in first is this beautiful design here that is just amazing of Alolan Scyther. This was made by Viva and Smasher, who made a beautifully looking sort of poison type Scyther here. Now, this is going to remain bug type, I think, so it's going to be a bug poison type, and honestly, it looks so badass. Now, what's my favorite part about this is, considering the Scyther is one of my favorite Pokemon, is the fact that it does change color into a purple color, which is a beautiful color, if I may say so myself, and also the fact that its arms change from being these blades to just having several, like, multiple blades that are black and red, and that looks so badass. And overall, this is genuinely one of the coolest designs on this list that you will see, and would be one of the coolest ones to see, like, just in general in Pokemon. And I want to see something happen to Scyther. I know we do have, like, we do have Scizor that, it evolves into and whatnot, but I want to see something happen with the original Scyther, like some changes to it. And a Alola form would be so cool, man, because, I don't know, I just want to see something happen to Scyther, man. It's one of those forgotten Pokemon that you don't think too much about, but it's a really cool one. So, this is definitely a design that I would be so on for, and I would love to see them add into Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I want to know, guys, what do you think about this one? Do you think this is one that should definitely happen, and maybe something similar to this, or do you think maybe Scyther shouldn't get a Alola form, or do you think it should get one? Either way, do let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's go to the next one on this list. Number 4. Now, coming up next is going to be a design by Lauren Coy, who made a truly beautiful Alolan form for Numel and Camerupt. And this is so cool, man. So, Camerupt has a Fire-Ice typing here, which looks so adorable because it gains essentially, well, let's look at Numel at first. So, Numel gets this beautiful, just black color with the underbelly being fire and the top of it being ice, mixing ice and fire. I mean, that is amazing, and if you get the reference for, if you know what I mean, Game of Thrones, then you know what I mean here. But this is so beautiful, it emerges so well, man. And fire and ice, I mean, we don't really have a Pokemon like that, so maybe getting an Alola form for Numel and Camerupt here would be the perfect mix. Like, I love this. And if we just look away from Numel for a second, who just, let me just point out, looks amazing. This is definitely, even though I'm not a big fan of Numel because of reasons in my Let's Plays that I've gotten destroyed by 1 or 2 of them. Reasons, I have my reasons for not liking the Pokemon for, gameplay stuff, but on the sideline, though, is a great looking, Alola form here, and it would be so cool to see some of this happen to actual Numel. But on the other side, though, we have Camerupt here, who gains a purple color, but still remains some of those black, attributes, and the circles on its sides are actually lava, like, infested or whatnot, and they just shine with lava. And then on the top, you have still those, kind of rocky, rockish looking ice boulders with the kind of volcano things on the top, which looks so good, man. And honestly, these are just really, really cool designs, and I would definitely 100% want to see something like this just in the next Pokemon games, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It would be so cool to see this, lads. And I want to know your opinions down below. Do you think Numel would deserve something like this or not? I would love to know that, lads. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. Number 3. And coming in next on the number 3 spot is going to be Alolan Sudowoodo, and it is one of those Pokemon that you do not think too much about. Sudowoodo is a kind of forgotten Pokemon in general, but what's funny about Sudowoodo is it's one of those Pokemon that fakes being a certain typing. Well, I mean, it's a rock typing, but it fakes being a grass type Pokemon, which it isn't. It fakes being a tree. So it's really funny when you see Sudowoodo here as an actual coconut tree, And what would be so cool about this is, imagine Sudowoodo actually gaining the grass typing with this Alolan form of its own. Like, essentially, Alolan Sudowoodos would be this. They would be actual trees, actual coconut trees. And what's so cool about this design is it really showcases that well. So the hands have coconuts on them, and then if you look all the way to the top, right on that head, you can see even more coconuts. So it is basically a coconut tree, and it would be so cool. Also, on the sideline, it doesn't have to be an actual, typing change or any type change to it. It can also just be a Pokemon that just, hides itself with coconuts and whatnot, and actually just fakes being a tree, but a coconut tree instead of a normal tree. That'd be pretty cool, man. But I don't know, guys. I want to know your opinions, though. And of course, these coconuts right here that you see, they're supposed to kind of represent the kind of hands it has. So, I mean, they do look like coconuts. I guess it's faking it again, but I don't know, man. This is definitely a cool design, though. So I want to know your opinions on it, lads. Do you think it is worth being a Alola form, or do you think Sudowoodo is not worth the spot? Either way, let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's go to the next one on the list. Number 2. Now, coming in next is going to be a Alolan form, or a set of Alolan forms that you guys may not be too thrilled about. It's going to be Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. Now, the reason I want to include this is because these concepts are so cool, man, and I really like the drawings, and I thought, hey, why not just feature these and, just see what people think. So first up, we have ourselves here Blastoise, who's a grass flying type. Yes, a grass flying type Blastoise. Really, really weird. Don't really know what to say about that. It is just a tad bit awkward, but it looks cool, though, and it would be a pretty interesting typing and just a weird Pokemon to try out and see how it actually works. Then we have Venusaur here, who actually has a fire ground typing, and it has a volcano on its back instead of just, the little, like, big, just bud thingy on its back. And then we have Charizard here, who's a water dragon type, which, hey, look at that. Charizard actually got a dragon typing. Great. Now, of course, it, does have dragon typing through Mega Evolutions and whatnot. Let's not talk about that. Either way, my point here is, these look badass, and wouldn't it be cool to see something like this happen? Now, I know, and I do understand, please beware, like, just bear with me. I understand that the Kanto starters and the Kanto Pokemon have been getting way too much attention, and I understand that fully, lads. But wouldn't it be cool, though, just to see something like this, just extra? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it's just more fun and more stuff to mess around with, more Pokemon to have fun with and enjoy. So why wouldn't we be okay with this? Of course, this is probably the least likely one on this list to actually happen, but at the same time, it's also the one that I think would be probably one of the coolest ones, and also the biggest 180 that could possibly happen if they did it. And maybe they wouldn't do it for, the Gen 1 starters, but maybe they would do it for different starters, like Gen 2 or Gen 3 or, something like that. Probably would be cooler even. But I don't know. I want to feature these, though. They look badass, and I want to know your opinions down below, lads. Would you be okay with Kanto Alola forms for the starters, or would you want us to have something else there instead to fill that void? And of course, that's about it for that one, lads. Now let's go to the next one on the list. Number 1. And coming in at the number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Alolan Golduck. Now, this one doesn't really have too much changing in the way it kind of looks, but it's essentially a feral Golduck. It lives in the wild. It's badass, and look at the design here. Again, a design by Fatmon, and this guy is a true legend when it comes to these things. I mean, just look at the beauty of this thing. It looks more badass than your normal Golduck. It looks more like it fits into the Alola region with its aesthetics and just the way it is. And like mentioned by Fatmon himself, it is a feral Golduck. It's going to live in the wild and be just, feral, essentially. What the words can I really use here? It is a badass Pokemon, and even, just imagine this, what if we actually added a psychic typing to it? That'd be pretty badass. It only has water typing at the moment, so imagine we added that on top of it. That would be so cool, man. And definitely, this has to be my favorite design on this whole list, just of this top 5, man. I just love this thing so much. It looks badass. It'll be a cool one to see, and I want to know your opinions down below, lads. And that's going to be just about it for this video. And lads, thank you so much for watching. I do want to know down below, guys, which one do you think is your favorite on this list? Let me know in the comments down below, and also do make sure to press the top button in the right corner up there, and you can also vote for a little thing that I'll put there, lads. Either way, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Do make sure to also check out the designers of these things, and tomorrow we'll be dropping part 2 of this top 5 series. Essentially, we'll be doing 2 videos, this one and one tomorrow, and if you guys enjoyed them, maybe we'll do more. So let me know, guys, if you want to see more of these videos or not. If you're okay with these, then if you want to see more of them, and if you enjoyed them. Either way, my name's been Ruffle Rowlet. I'll catch you all the next time. So peace out, ladies and gentlemen, and bye-bye.